Hey there, wakey wakey. It's time for another exciting fun fact video on brain drain. Did you know that an average human being sleeps for about 1/3 of his entire life, which is about 25 years? Regardless, research has it that it's still not enough. Sleep is a very essential part of our well-being, and that not getting enough of it can be very detrimental to one's health and performance. Every night, it's expected that we sleep to start the next day feeling refreshed and energetic. As much as sleep is essential for our well-being, it's important to note that having just the right amount of sleep helps us get on with our daily activities, and too much or too little of it can be harmful to our health. For a while, sleep experts have been trying to find out about the things that happen when we fall asleep, from why we fall asleep, and sometimes dream in colours and black and white, and at other times as well as how taking just an hour nap disrupts the time we fall asleep at night. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we discuss everything on interesting fun facts you most likely never knew about. In today's video, you're going to be shown some very important facts that you need to know about sleep. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on when we next upload another interesting fun fact and top 10 video. Also, if you enjoy watching this video, give us a thumbs up. It's time for some interesting fun facts quality time on Brain Drain. Let's get right into it. Have you ever wondered why we all sleep? What happens when we fall asleep? Why do we sometimes dream? And if we can teleport to dreamland to make dreams? I bet you've a lot to wonder about. So, why don't you grab yourself a pillow as I take you on a journey to Sleepland, where you'll be shown some interesting and important facts you need to know about sleep. First off, the average human falls asleep between 10 to 20 minutes of going to bed. Basically, in 10 to 20 minutes of going to bed, the average human can fall asleep. If it takes less than that to fall asleep, you're most likely exhausted and sleep robbed. If it however takes more than 20 minutes to fall asleep, you're most likely having trouble falling asleep. Sleep experts have recommended always practicing a good sleep routine to help you fall asleep quickly every night, so you wake up feeling refreshed and ready to start your day. A good sleep routine means putting phones away at least half an hour before bedtime, setting up a sleep roster if possible, and any other routine that could aid in falling asleep easily and quickly. Switching off the lights is recommended. Sleeping with the lights turned on affects your sleeping pattern. It not only makes it quite unfavourable to sleep, but it also affects your sleep-inducing hormone known as melatonin, which in turn interferes with your sleep. It's highly recommended that all lights, including phone screens, are turned off and put away at least an hour before going to bed. Did you know that humans can fall asleep with their eyes wide open? Normally, a person is known to be asleep with their eyes shut and probably snoring. However, sleep experts have revealed that a person can sleep with their eyes open. Only a doctor can tell for sure if a person is asleep or not. So the next time you see someone with their eyes open and probably not paying attention to their surroundings, they're most likely asleep. Try waving your hand at their face to be sure. And if they're asleep, they'd most likely just keep on looking, unaware. Next one, human beings are the only mammal that delays their sleep. Although humans can delay their sleep by an hour or more, you've probably heard of a saying that goes nature can never be cheated. Due to one reason or another, humans tend to delay their sleep. A college student, for example, who's preparing for an exam would most likely delay his sleep to cover more topics. So also a surgeon who's scheduled to be in an operating room for hours, or even a pilot. Delaying sleep is quite common and cannot be avoided in some situations, but it's advised to not delay for a longer period and take a break to sleep at any given opportunity. Did you know an average human can go for 10 days without sleep? That's shocking, right? I bet you're surprised. According to research, an average human can survive for 2 weeks without a single drop of water, but can only survive for 10 days without sleep. As much as sleep is very crucial for our daily lives, humans can function well to good extent without some days of sleep. According to the Guinness World Records, the longest period a person has ever gone without sleep is 264.4 hours, which is exactly 11 days and 25 minutes. The record was set by a 17-year-old high schooler, Randy Gardner from San Diego, California, at the 10th annual Great San Diego Science Fair in 1964. Randy did not only set a new record, but broke the previous record of 260 hours set by Tom Rounds. When Randy was asked after the fair if he would attempt it again, he gave a strong negative reply. A lot of people have claimed to have beaten Randy's record, but since none of their tries were under strict supervision, we can't say for sure how legit they are. Did you know that an average human has about 6 dreams every night? If you think you don't dream when you sleep at night, well, think again. On average, humans tend to have between 3 to 6 dreams every night, and once in a while during noon. A lot of sleep experts believe that dreams help the brain process the activities that happen during the day. This is why some people end up having dreams about the things they did during the day. Other times, dreams can be beyond natural, but regardless, dreams are remarkably important. If you feel like you don't dream at night, you most likely must have forgotten about it by the time you woke up. Scientists have tried to discover how dreams come about and how we sometimes appear in our dream, but the whole dream of a thing is yet to be fully discovered. Next up, there's no catching up on sleep. You know that feeling of wanting to catch up on some nights where you had less than recommended hours of sleep? Well, sadly, it's impossible. A research study by Harvard shows that having more hours of sleep than the recommended to make up for those nights you had fewer hours of sleep would only reduce your ability to focus during the daytime. Lack of sleep could only be subdued by having several uninterrupted nights of adequate sleep, as well as practicing a good sleep routine as much as you can to have a fully refreshed and energized body to go about your activities. Next up, the average human has an inner alarm. Sometimes when we sleep at night, the next morning we wake up by ourselves. You probably might have wondered how we do that. Well, according to sleep experts, every human being has an inner alarm that allows them to wake up by themselves. This inner alarm that gears us to wake up willingly is a result of a gush of the stress hormone known as adrenochromosine. The release of this hormone makes one unconsciously anticipate the stress of waking up. So the next time you wake up by yourself, just know that your hormone for anticipating the stress of waking up was released. Did you know that a lack of adequate sleep can also cause obesity? You probably might be wondering how some hours short of sleep can make one gain more weight. Well, scientists have been able to link lack of sufficient sleep to weight gain. When you fail to get sufficient sleep over time, it interferes with your eating habit and your production of insulin. According to research, lack of sleep can influence your appetite, deteriorate your glucose metabolism, and boost your blood pressure, which in turn leads to obesity. Next up, women sleep for about 20 minutes more than men. A recent study by neuroscientist Jim Horn shows that an average woman needs an extra 20 minutes of sleep. The reason for this is that the brain of a woman works harder than that of a man, making it need more time to recover. When a person goes to sleep, his brain automatically goes into repair mode, and just like the result of a party, the proportion of recovery each person needs is quite different. According to Jim, women are quite flexible and can multitask, which makes them use a lot more of their brain than men. As a result of this, their need for sleep is greater, hence the extra 20 minutes of sleep to help them regain their strength. Did you know that snoring is actually a sleep disorder? Sleeping with a person that snores can be annoying because while they're enjoying a good night's sleep, they're robbing you of yours. While snoring might not seem like disturbing issues for the person that snores, it definitely is. Snoring is a common sleep disorder known as sleep apnea, and about 20 million Americans suffer from sleep apnea. Sleep apnea is explained as the stoppage of breathing while asleep, which leads to decreased flow of oxygen, affecting the quality of one's sleep. When a person's oxygen levels drop during sleep apnea, the brain sends a signal to the body to somewhat wake up. As a result of this, one's sleep is disturbed and the body does not go back to the deep, healthy sleep stages. Every night, people with serious sleep apnea go through this process 100 times. When they wake up fully the next morning, they most likely would not remember having repeated disturbing sleep patterns during the night and would think they'd slept as normal. They, however, wake up feeling sluggish, exhausted, and not having enough rest. So if you do snore at night, you most likely have sleep apnea and should consult your doctor. And finally, sleep deprivations can reduce pain tolerance. Although it hasn't been scientifically cleared yet, studies have shown that slashing a person's sleep in half can drastically decrease their pain limit. As far as depriving oneself of sleep is not advisable, it does have one good side. And that wraps it up. Let us know in the comment section which of these important facts about sleep you found fascinating. Don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. And if you'd love to see more videos like this, then click the subscribe button and join us on another interesting fun fact video on brain drain.